Geminis, welcome. This is your March 2023 general reading. This is just a general reading, so please only take the parts that resonate with you. If it does resonate with you, remember to hit that like button. It's the only way that I have to know that the messages are being well received by you guys, okay? If it doesn't resonate with you, please take a minute. Check out my channel. There's other dated and timeless readings for your sign. You can also check out your other placements in your chart. So we're starting you out here in the Four of Swords as your main energy. So that tells me you're going to need rest here in March. You might end up feeling a little bit exhausted. You have the Nine of Swords. It tells me there's some mental suffering or anguish going on. I consider the Nine of Swords the mental health card. So it could be talking about insomnia, sleepless nights, things like that. But it is going to be important with this Four of Swords that you take the time for self-care, self-love, rest. The Four of Swords is also a rebirth card, so there might be something going on currently that is going to require some, a change in your life, but you want that Ten of Discs, and that talks about, so you might be up in your head about building your legacy here, okay? This is something that I feel like you want. This is what you want, but I feel like this is what you're going through. This Ten of Discs talks about family, it talks about abundance, it talks about building the life, building all the separate things and putting them all together to create the life that you want. For those of you who never watched me, this is your main energies coming in. This will be your timeline. I'll give a brief description of the cards as I lay the first set. As I lay the second set, things become a little bit more detailed. We will do oracle cards, best actions for you to take during this time, best actions for sun, moon, rising separately because they can be different sometimes. And we'll do a pick a card at the end. If you are new here, I hope you will consider subscribing. I'd love to have you. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, because you're starting out on this new journey. And I feel like you're starting out on this new journey to create, the Ten of Discs can also talk about tradition and family and legacy as in your family. And this can also talk about abundance and career as well. It's kind of like bringing everything together. And it looks like you may be setting out on a new journey to create that for some of you. Okay, but as we clarify, things will get more clear. But I'm just kind of picking that up. You have the Ace of Cups coming in that tells me that at the beginning of the month, there might be a new opportunity for love. Or you might be filling up your own cup of love. Or something is coming in for you spiritually. And again, we will clarify as we go along. I'm not getting a sense. I am getting a sense for some of you it might be new love. But that isn't going to be everybody. The Ten of Swords, there's a painful ending to something, but it gives you a lot of clarity. And the Page of Wands, which tells me that there's some kind of creative or passionate potential, something new coming in. Possibly something creative, but there's potential to it. So let's see, where does the end of March take us? The Eight of Discs, you're working very hard. Some of you, this could be something to do with career. You might be going through a career change. The Druid, that's the Hierophant. So you might be learning, growing. Some of you could be going back to school. Some of you could be considering marriage, especially with this Ten of Discs here and the Fool card as well. Some of you may be considering marriage. And then we do have the Devil card here. So there's some kind of challenge you're going to have to overcome. And the Druid might be here to help you overcome that. It's because the Hierophant is also about learning, ascending upwards, and overcoming things as well. It also talks about traditions, the same as the Ten of Discs does. So we'll get clearer on everything going on here. The Five of Discs tells me that you might have been experiencing some financial restrictions, or you feel left out in the cold and hurt by somebody. There was a Tower moment that changed the foundation to your life, and you're recovering here in the Nine of Wands. But your wishes are coming true, and you are going to dedicate yourself to something. Some of you may choose independence, but this could also talk about financial gain of some kind. And you're looking for equal give and take and financial security. And you're trusting your intuition. All right. Let's see what this Ace of Cups is. I want to see what this is. Geminis, please, March. Geminis. Thank you. You're working very hard on this new opportunity, but it's going to have delayed success to it. Let's see if we can figure out what it is. We get the Death card. Something ended, okay? Something ends when this begins. So this new beginning is also an ending to something else, okay? So let's see, which we see here with the Ten of Swords as well, okay, that there's an ending. The Page of Swords, I consider him the investigator of the group. He can also talk about gossip, prying eyes, things like that, people spying on you. But it can also talk about putting a lot of thought into something, investigating something, and doing the detective work needed to figure out things. And with the Ten of Swords, like I was saying, there's also a lot of clarity. We talk about the painful ending to it, but if you can see on the top of this card, it actually says delusion. And the reason that it says that is because a lot of times we have misperceptions of things or misunderstandings of things. And when something comes to a very painful ending, a lot of times we will get this clarity when it comes to a Ten of Swords type ending. And that may end up making you look into things, investigate it, and put a lot of thought into it when that clarity comes in for you. Justice. But you're going to feel justified in this situation. You're going to get the justice you need in this situation. Or this could have something to do with a Libra in your life. Okay. Page of Wands, please. The Temperance card. This could be a Sagittarius coming into your reading with the Temperance card here on top of that Page of Wands. So this new potential might be with somebody who is a Sagittarius. It can also talk about needing to keep, even though something new is coming in for you, okay, that there's something new with a lot of potential. Make sure you keep yourself in balance. Keep peace in your mind, all right? Make sure you're using moderation and self-control, because a lot of times with something coming in that's new and passionate or creative, we can kind of get out of balance or we get wrapped up into it. This is asking you not to do that, all right? Four of Swords, please. Four of Swords. The Six of Cups, which talks about something that has nostalgic value. You might be dealing with some childhood. I'm kind of getting some of you might be dealing with some childhood trauma or inner child work or shadow work that stems from your childhood. For others of you, you might be dealing with this painful ending of a person that you've known for a very long time, and it's going to require you to take some self-care and some self-love, okay? But this, whatever this is, it stems back into your childhood. It stems back into, you know, something long-term. Let's see, Nine of Swords. The World. This mental suffering and anguish you're going through, it is a completion to a life lesson or goal for you with this Page of Wands, okay? So whatever this new thing is that's coming in, when you keep yourself in balance here, when there's something new comes in, this is going to complete a lesson or goal for you of some kind that's going to end this mental suffering for you, okay? Let's see, what is this Ten of Discs, please? The Eight of Swords. Okay, so that tells me that you have, excuse me, and I think this is linked to this here. You want to build this Ten of Discs, this, you know, this life, this legacy, this tradition, but you get caught up in your own thoughts. The Eight of Swords talks about a self-imposed imprisonment within our own minds. It's not something that someone's doing to us. It's something that we do to ourselves. Like sometimes, and like I was saying here with this inner child work for some of you, you know, especially if this is going back to family and tradition or building a family and home, building that life, you know, putting it all together. Something from your childhood may be holding you up from achieving that you need to overcome, that you get stuck in your head about, okay? So you might be faced with that in this month of March. Something in your own head that's holding you up. Possibly when this new something comes in, it could be a new person or a new creative project. For some of you, it could be a creative project and maybe you just don't feel like you're good enough at it. And maybe that stems from your childhood, okay? Like maybe there's a creative, maybe you want to write a book. Okay, this is just an example. I'm not saying that, and some of you may actually be writers, but maybe you want to write a book, okay? But then you keep thinking, I'm getting the sense like you keep telling yourself, no, I'm not good enough. Or no, it's like an inner child work type of thing. Like something that stems from something you were told when you were young or something you felt when you were young. I feel like it's more felt when you were young. And when you go into this self-care, self-love, and you rebirth, I think that's the completion to this lesson or goal that's causing all this 8 and 9 of Swords energy for you. And you're able to accept this new opportunity that comes in for you, whether that's a person or a creative project. When it comes in for you, it's going to help you overcome this mental loops, I guess is a good way to put it, that you put yourself through, which is stopping you from creating this 10 of discs. And this is going to start you out on this new journey, I believe. Okay. I hope that's making sense to you. If it is, please leave me a comment down in the comment section below. This probably doesn't apply to a large part of you guys. You know, this may only apply to this portion of this inner child work and these mental loops. It may only apply to, you know, a small percentage of you, but it is coming in very strongly. So I do feel the need to say that. The King of Pentacles is your new journey here. So this could be, again, this could be an earth sign coming in for you. Let me get one more. 5 of Cups. The King of Swords. Some of you may be trying to choose between two people, and one of them has hurt you, and you're letting them go and starting out on a new journey with somebody else, okay? Some of you are leaving behind this need to be somebody you're not, and you're because it's just caused you too much loss and grief. You keep trying to be this person, this King of Pentacles, this stable, grounded, wise, abundant, you know. But as a Gemini, you're a King of Swords. You're strategic. You're mental. You like to have a plan and use your intellect, but you're also very creative at the same time. You're imaginative, okay? And I feel like this is saying for some of you, you're transitioning into accepting who you are, and leaving the grief of not being something you're not behind. And for others of you, I feel like you might have a choice between two people and you have to choose the one that is right for you instead of the one that possibly has been in your life for a long time, possibly, or the one that you feel like you should be with, okay, due to something. All right. The 3 of Cups. So the toxic situations lie within your social circle. This could also be your family, all right? And because we're going back to this inner child work here. The 3 of Cups a lot of times indicates your circle of trust, the people who are closest to you, the people you go to talk to, or things like that. It also could indicate a third-party situation. And like I said, for some of you, I do feel like there's two people here you're trying to choose between. And for others of you, maybe it's a choosing between somebody in your social circle and somebody else in your social circle. I mean, I don't have any cards indicating love except for here. Maybe this is something new and it ends right away because, you know, of the social circle, but I'm not seeing it that way. But for some of you, that could be the case. But I'm seeing that your social circle plays a part in this. Let me see if I can get one more on that. The Ace of Cups. I was right. Okay. So that coming in is indicating back to this. Make sure when there's something new comes in for you, you decide for you know, on your own if this is something that you want or don't want. The Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles can oftentimes show non-movement on something. Like you're unwilling to take movement. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck. Sometimes he doesn't move at all. He just kind of stands there because he's not sure if the next step is going to bring him the most gain or not. So he ends up making no movement and getting nowhere. So make sure that whatever you're choosing to decide, or there may be somebody new who wants to come into your social circle, but you're not sure whether to take movement on that or not. But there's this Devil card. There's a toxicity to this. There's a challenge in this for you. It's not showing me exactly what the challenge is, but it does relate back to this Ace of Cups, which shows that you've worked very hard at something and you've been patient, but there's delayed success to it. But then it shows an ending of some kind. So you'll have to connect that to how that applies to you and possibly into your social circle here. And somebody you love. So this might be, you know, it may not be a romantic situation. It could be a friendship or family member. The King of Wands. And again, we're back to another card for Sagittarius coming in here for you guys. Or a fire sign, Aries and Leo included. So, and I feel like that's what you're trying to rise above. Ten of Wands. There's too much stress and burden to the situation for you. Another card to indicate a Leo, another fire sign. But there is some stress and burden and toxicity that you're trying to overcome. The Druid is here, the Hierophant is here to help you ascend above that, to learn to grow above that, okay? Because it keeps end up causing you some mental suffering of some kind. What is this, 8 of Discs, please? Maybe that's who that made you feel left out in the cold, is somebody from your social circle. The Queen of Pentacles. And the 9 of Swords. We're back to that 9 of Swords. Okay, you guys have a lot of players going on this month. A lot of people coming into your reading. That makes it a little bit difficult. And that makes me think, yes, the social circle thing is correct. Because obviously you're not dating this many people. But it does seem like there's a lot to play with people going on for you in the month of March. And some of it is causing you stress and anxiety and burden, okay? And even affecting your mental health in some way. But you're working very hard to be independent and resourceful and stand on your own and take movement towards something, all right? But you're also feeling left out in the cold. And there's also a change to the foundation here. What's on the bottom of the deck? You have the Wheel. This is a turning point for you. Did you have the Wheel before this? No. Yeah, and there's that 8 of Cups, trying to choose to walk away from a situation or heal from past abandonment. Queen of Wands, another fire sign thing. You have a strong fire signs coming in here, okay? So Aries, Sagittarius, Leos, okay? There's conflict of some kind. You may go hermit mode. This is about somebody you care about. Trust your intuition. Watch for secrets, illusions, and lies. And you may need to take action if you ever want to reach that 10 of Cups, the time of happiness. It's similar to the 10 of Discs, but a little bit different. All right, this was a little bit of a confusing reading just because I feel like there's multiple people showing up into your reading here. And you're going to have, I don't see any cards that indicate romance, love. I feel like this is a social circle situation. At first I thought it was love because of this Ace of Cups here, but I'm feeling like it isn't. I'm feeling like there's something going on within your social circle, within your closest network of people, or there's a third party situation playing out here. And I feel like you have 2 people that you're interested in. Caring connections. So we're going to pull some oracle cards. All tied up. Yeah, and that's how I feel. I feel like you're all tied up into something. And it's causing you to be all up in your head. Like there's some kind of ties that you have. Patience. And that goes back to this Temperance card, okay? Where I said, and I feel like that leads you someplace good because it leads you to the world, a completion, to a lesson or goal of some kind. And it's time for a brand new journey, which is the same here with this a Fool card. Okay, it's very similar. The Patience is similar to this Temperance card, and this is similar to this Fool card here coming in. All right, let's get you some out of this deck. Self-reliance, and again, talking about that independence over here, working hard for that. Relying on yourself. Breaking free. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's something you're trying to break free of that's causing you some anxiety here. Causing you some... And laughter. Yeah, it's time to enjoy yourself. Release this burden. Release... You know, really move into that 10 of Cups and let this be a turning point for you. Dreams coming true. Yeah. I believe we're in a process here of transitioning out of something toxic with this Devil card coming in and ascending above it and really coming into this new journey here, okay? I'm surprised I don't see more decision cards, like you need to make decisions, but I feel like there's decisions you're going to have to make this month. All right, let's get best actions for you to take during this time. Best actions, Geminis. The 10 of Cups. Yeah, keep heading towards what you know is going to make you happy, okay? What you know is going to be a reward. Make the decisions that lead you to your time of reward and happiness. The 3 of Cups. Somehow your social circle plays into this. And you'll know how that plays in for you. The Chariot, that could be a Cancer coming into your reading, but it talks about taking movement towards victory. And the Magician talks about manifesting the life you want. And with this Fool card here, yeah, it is time to manifest a new life that you want and move towards it to reach that 10 of Cups, this time of happiness. This is a new journey for you guys. So you don't have to keep going through the same obstacles and challenges you've been through. All right, let's get best actions separately for Sun, Moon, Rising. Sun. The 2 of Cups, which talks about a lot about harmony. Harmony between you and other people. Harmony between you and your higher self. Or harmony with you and a situation. So it's telling you need harmony in your life. You need to harmonize the aspects within yourself. I'm feeling strongly like you and your higher self, you and what you truly want. Moon. The Wanderer. And again, that's going to be similar to the Fool card, okay? Or it basically is the Fool card here. It's time for a new journey. You know, accept your new journey. And the 6 of Wands. This will be a transition into success for you guys, okay? And the Sun card, again, talks about success. You have a lot of new opportunities coming in with this new journey. A lot of things coming in with overcoming things in the month of March. You'll be overcoming a lot of things, but you'll also be presented with new things that is going to bring you laughter and dreams coming true and happiness and success. Okay, guys? This is a good thing. All right, let's do an animal advice card, and then we will do a pick a card for a question. Animal advice for Geminis, please. Animal. Thank you. B, community. You are a powerful creator. Your work blesses everything you touch. Be open to receiving sweetness. You are the queen of abundance. Yeah, we see that you're the queen of abundance here at the end of the month here in this Queen of Pentacles. She's kind of the queen of abundance, okay? And in that you're working very hard on your skills, okay, to overcome this mental suffering that you've been going through. And you are a powerful creator, and you know, with this new journey, you are getting a chance to recreate things. All right, let's do a pick a card. So you go ahead, you think of your question while I lay the cards, and I will do the best I can to give you a yes or no answer. What I will do is give you a brief description of the card, and you can connect that dot to your question, okay? So it'll require your intuition as well on how that applies. Okay, go ahead, take a deep breath in. Release, and pick the card that feels right to you. The Empress. Yes, it talks about birthing in a new reality. It also talks about being a mom, all right? So it's all about creating the life that you want. The Queen of Swords. I say yes, especially if it has anything to do with honesty, integrity, things along that line, intellect, imagination. She's very good at all of those things. She's also very good at cutting people out and making decisions based on truth and cause and effect, okay? Could also indicate a Libra, also a Gemini or Aquarius. Ace of Wands, I say yes. It talks about a new passionate or creative pursuit. The Death card, I say no. And especially with how it played out in your reading here, I feel like it's taking away an opportunity for you of some kind, okay? Or it could be. For some of you, a new opportunity came after something else gets put to bed, but for some of you, I feel like that new opportunity, you may end up losing that new opportunity for something, okay? So I say no on that one. All right, guys. It has been a pleasure to do this reading for you, and I do hope it finds you well in the month of March, and I do hope this helped in some way. If it did, hit that like button. And if you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing. If you're interested in any of these decks, I do have a couple of them listed from Amazon, links down in my description box below. You can check those out there. And until we meet again.